Hello everyone. Today I am going to explain tute sheet 1. Now just see the question number 1. Check whether the following differential equations are linear or non-linear. As we know by the definition of linear or non-linear, any differential equation is said to be in the linear form if the dependent variables and their derivatives, they always exist with the degree 1. Right? If any differential equation in which the dependent variables and their derivatives, they exist in multiplications or in some powers or in the terms of some function, then that is not linear. Right? That is non-linear differential equation. So now see question number 1, part 1. Here the differential, in this differential equation, this is second order differential equation because the highest derivative is 2 and the power of this second order differential is also 2. So this differential equation is non-linear. This is non-linear differential equation. Right? Similarly in the part 2, 1 part second, this is also second order, and since we have 4 by 3, so we have to remove all the fractions and radicals, so we take cube both sides. In that case we get the power of this second derivative is 3, so degree is again not 1. So this is non-linear differential equation because in this case the derivatives and y, they are in the powers. Similarly for third, again we are having dy by dt whole square, so this degree is 2. So this is non-linear. Similarly fourth one, fifth one. In case of fifth, here sine t plus y, so sine t plus y function is involved here. When we open the expansion of sine series, we get the powers y in the terms or powers of something, so therefore this is also non-linear. But the sixth, this is the linear differential equation because the dependent variable and its derivative, they exist in the linear form. So this is linear differential equation. Now see question number 2. Find the solution of the following differential equation. The first is x dy by dx is equal to 1 minus 2x square tan y. Now just see, here easily we can separate the variables. We can club y terms and x terms separately and we can integrate both sides, we get the solution. So now just see, we can take this tan y to this side and x to this side. After integration we get this solution. Similarly in part 2, here dy by dx is given as is equal to e to the power 2x minus 3y plus 4x square e to the power minus 3y. We can take e to the power minus 3y to be common and we can take this term to this side. So we can club the y terms as well as x terms, integrate both sides, we get the solution. Similarly in the third part, we can separate the variables. We can take dy terms, y terms with dy and x term with dx and simplify this integral, we get the solution. Similarly the fourth one. So now see question number 3. Again we have to solve the following differential equation, means we have to find the general solution of such differential equations. Now just see in part 1, dy by dx is given as sine x plus y plus cos x plus y. So here we can substitute this x plus y to be some another variable and we can convert this equation into variable separable. Now just see how. If we substitute x plus y to be t, we can find dt by dx in the terms of dy by dx. We can substitute over here, simplify this and we can separate the variables t and x. Now integrating both sides, we get the solution and at last substitute the value of t in the terms of x and y, which is x plus y. So this is the solution of this differential equation. Similarly the second, third and the fourth part. In the second part we will substitute x square plus y square to some another variable t and we can simplify this and we get the solution. And at last we can substitute the value of t in the terms of x square plus y square. So that is the complete solution of this first order differential equation. Similarly in the third part, here it is given as dy by dx is equal to 4x plus y plus 1 whole square. So we can substitute this term to t and we can convert this into variable separable. We can integrate this both sides and we get the solution and at last we can substitute the value of t. Similarly, the fourth part. Now see question number 4. Verify that the function is a solution of the differential equation on some interval for any choice of the arbitrary constants appearing in the function. So in this question, what is given to us? We are given a solution, we are given a differential equation. We have to verify that this is the solution of this differential equation. We can do it with two methods. Firstly, we can substitute the value of y and dy by dx in the left hand side, and we can show that this is equal to right hand side. So it means this satisfy this one, so this is a solution of this one. The other way is we can simplify this first order differential equation, and we can see that the solution comes same as that the solution given to us, right? So there are two ways. For example, in part 1, if we find out dy by dx and we substitute in the left hand side of the equation, and when we simplify this, we get this is equal to the right hand side. In part 2, if we solve this differential equation, we can separate the variables. We solve this differential equation, we get this solution which is same as that the solution given to us. So this verifies that this differential equation has this as a solution. Similarly, in the third part, again we can find out y dash. We can substitute in the left hand side the value of y dash and y. After simplifying, we get this is equal to the right hand side. So this implies that this satisfies this differential equation, so this is the solution of this differential equation. Similarly, the fourth part, we can find out dy by dx. We can substitute these values in the left hand side. After simplifying, we get this is equal to right hand side. So therefore this is a solution of this differential equation. Now see question number 5. The initial value problem governing the current I flowing in LR circuit when a step voltage of magnitude E is applied to the circuit, which is given by this equation. Under this condition, we have to find out the particular solution of this differential equation. Also, we have to find the solution when t is tending to infinity, right? So this is our first order linear differential equation. We can find out its integrating factor, we can find its solution, and now the condition is when t is 0, I is 0. When we substitute in the solution, we get the value of the constant, which is minus e upon r. Now we can substitute this value over here. We get the particular solution of this differential equation, this initial value problem. Again, the case when t is tending to infinity, so when we put t tending to infinity, we get I is e upon r. So this is the solution, this is the current when t is tending to infinity. And now see the question number 6. The temperature of the surface of a steel ball at time t is given by this equation, where k is any positive constant. Show that this u satisfy the first order differential equation. This, what is the initial temperature? T is equal to 0 on the surface of the ball, and what happens when the temperature is to the temperature as t is tending to infinity. So firstly, we have to verify that this is a solution of this differential equation. Now clearly this differential equation is solved. We can separate the variables and we can simplify this and we get the solution. Now since it is a particular solution of this differential equation, this is of the same phone, we can compare both sides and we can find out the value of capital A. So the value of capital A comes out to be 70. So when we put over here, we get both these solutions are same. Now we have to find out the value of the temperature when t is 0. So when we put t to be 0, we get this is 1. So the temperature is 100. And when t is tending to infinity, this term is going to 0 and we get the temperature comes out to be 30. Right? So with this, the 2 sheet 1 is completed.